A very warm welcome and good evening to all of you. First of all, thank you so much, all of you, to join me in this amazing, great evening on the topic which is very close to me. Now, I'm going to use both Hindi and English, but percentage of using English is going to be more than that of Hindi. Though the mixed crowd is there, but still, since it is an English class, so I will try to use English at the maximum and the ratio of Hindi is going to be limited. So today, the topic which we are going to cover is something which has completely changed multiple lives, and it is going to change our lives too. Every single day, I connect with a lot of people, a lot of students. And when I connect with them, I ask one question from them, and the question is, why do you want to learn communication skills? Why do you want to learn English speaking skills? To be of my surprise, the answer that I get from them completely surprises me. They gave vague answers, like we want to qualify interview or we just want to go for a job of our dream. Now, when it comes to communication, we have really concised its definition. Well, that cannot be the only reason for learning English. Of course, it can be. But you never know, you do not know the kind of advantages that this language offers, your communication skills offer to all of you. And this session is all about showing you the mirror so that you can realize the cost that you can pay if you do not have mastery in this skill. So ladies and gentlemen, this side Arindam, your trainer, and let's get started our journey. And the topic for today is communication is equal to wealth. So if we look into the scenario, so let's check why people struggle. I have seen people that they think that they struggle just because they do not have money. They do not have the requisite amount of money that they desire for themselves. Well, let me tell you why people struggle. There are multiple reasons that we do struggle in our life, and I'm going to tell you some lies that we keep on telling to ourselves. There are some lies which we always keep on telling, and that creates a garbage in our mind, and that prohibits us from achieving the dream of our life, not only in terms of communication, but in every area of life. There are lies that we keep on telling to ourselves, not to others, but ourselves. And the lies are, if I tell you some of the lies are like, I am very shy guy. When I speak with someone, I am tensed and feel that they will laugh at me. I think I lack confidence and forget the speech. I feel if I share my thoughts, they will judge me. I feel I'll get stuck if I ask to do extempore session or on the spot speaking. I fear that I will run out of my words while speaking and will completely go blank. I'm not good at expressing my thoughts. Even if I am confident with my knowledge and content, I feel a bit conscious in front of stranger for the first time. I am very nervous to share my thoughts because I'm not good at speaking. I cannot talk to my boss because I think I am his or her junior. I am not good at talking to girls. I become silent in front of them. I'm not able to have good friends because I'm an introvert and I cannot communicate with my partner and make them understand my point of view. So these are all the lies that we keep on telling to ourselves. And because of these lies, our life is completely going in the wrong direction. We really have interpreted the definition of English communication in a very wrong manner. So if you do not have the communication skills, it is really going to cost you a fortune for sure. And because of these lies, what do? We lose money, we lose time, and the most important thing is we lose our self-worth. These three are the most important things that we lose in our life. Let me tell you one thing. Whatever you tell to people does not matter. Whatever you tell to yourself is what that really matters. Forget about English communication. I'm talking about real communication. I have seen in my sessions that multiple students, they come and they, after a while, when they face some issues, they tell me that, sir, English is not our cup of tea. Or we have been to so many places, we have been to so many institutes, but we haven't seen any benefit. What's going to be different in this class, in these classes, in these scenarios? Well, let me tell you, nobody can change you unless you are not willing to put your efforts. Success is 90% what you decide and only 10% circumstantial. So if there is something happening around, it is only because of your actions. And that is why 90% of the things that happen to you, it happens because of your thinking. And this is what, when it comes to thinking, communication has a great role to play. Now, what am I telling you? I am telling you why you should learn communication skills. Because if you do not learn communication skills, what you are going to lose? You are going to lose your money. You are going to lose your time, which is the biggest asset. And you are going to lose your self-worth. Don't you think these three things are something that we keep on running behind every single day? And if your communication is causing you these three things, I think you should definitely consider going ahead and learn this skill. So what happens? Let me tell you one of the things, and this is very important. Whatever we want to have in our life, whether it is success, money, fame, health, it completely depends on strangers. Yes, whatever we want in our life, we want from strangers. Let me give you an example. If you want a job, you want to convince your boss, HR. Who are they? They are strangers. If you are an entrepreneur, you need clients so that they can pay you the amount, they can pay you the money. Who are they? Strangers. If you go for public speaking, you need people who can listen to you. Who are they? Strangers. In fact, if you take the example of teacher, teachers also need to teach who? Strangers. The kids are strangers to the teacher. No matter whatever we do in our life, we need things from strangers. That means the only thing that can connect you and stranger is your communication skills. And if you have the right communication skills, you can win their hearts. And if you can win their hearts, you can win their wallets as well. So the definition of success ultimately lies in the way you communicate. English is a language which definitely you can learn, but the more important thing is your ability to communicate effectively. And there are multiple parameters that comes inside and that we are going to talk about in today's session. So if you have the good communication skills, what is going to happen? Well, you are going to have people who can give you what you want. So if you can see that if you have good communication skills, people are going to praise you. You are going to build an influential circle around you. You are going to get the highest paid job from the HR, from the dream organization of yours. You can be an effective leader because you know how to communicate to your team members. You can be a good friend because you know how to communicate with your friend, how to resolve your friend's issues. You can be a good son or a good daughter because you know how to resolve personal relationship issues. And the most important thing is you would be able to live in peace and silence because you know what you have to speak to yourself. Don't you think, isn't it interesting? And this is what is really important. So this is how important communication skills are. Now, let me tell you what are the factors and how can you become good at it. Well, these are the reasons that I am telling you. So learning communication or English is not only about getting your dream job. It's a wrong reason. Your life should be completely dependent on communication skills. It should be like water in the desert. No matter whatever happens, the person who is walking on the desert, he keeps on thinking about water. The same way, if you can think, you can keep on thinking about communication skills, you will get it. And once you get life like water, you can get life. The same way, if you have good communication skills, you can achieve whatever you want in your life. That much power communication skill is. And we demean its value. And as there is a famous quotation, if you demean someone's value or something's value, that thing is going to demean your value. So this is how important communication skills are. And let me tell you, the people who make the most money in their respective industry are the people who are amazing and excellent communicator. You can take any example and you will get the idea. So now let's talk about the true skills. There are two types of skills that we come across in our lifetime. In the left hand side, you can see the functional skills. Functional skills means your degree, your school, your college. Now let me tell you, these functional skills, the disadvantage with the functional skills that you learn in school or college is that it can be replaced. For example, you have a good knowledge about your topic, but if someone comes and have a better knowledge than you, then he or she can replace you. The same thing is with manpower as well. Today, the technology is expanding in such a vast pace that you never know when your job can be snatched away from you. The challenge with traditional education system is that anyone can beat you if he or she has much more knowledge than you. And it can be easily replaceable. Any robots, any machines can easily replace you because they can do your job much better than you. Besides, they do not make errors. These are functional skills that we were taught in our schools, colleges. I'm not telling that these are bad. They have their own advantages. They come up with their own benefits. But if you completely rely upon these functional skills, then I'm really sorry to say, but your life is definitely going to doom in future. Now let's talk about the next set of skills, that is vital skills. Vital skills include creativity, communication, leadership, influencer. Now these are the skills that no one can copy. If you have the leadership skills, there is no book who can teach leadership. Only by getting certain trainings, then only you can learn this technique. Communication. Robots cannot communicate well because robots do not have emotions. So robots cannot replace this thing. And creativity. Robots cannot be creative. Your creativity comes individually. That's your strength. No one can copy your creativity. Once you project it, then of course they can. But unless it's your pure idea, no one can copy it. In fact, recently, the owner of Tesla decided that he is going to hire 10,000 employees and The most interesting fact is they do not need any student with a college degree. They only need people who have good communication skills, not only in terms of English, but people who are good influencer, who are good leader, who have creative ideas, and who can communicate with their team members effectively. So you can see how important communication skills are. If you do not have, in future, definitely you are going to suffer. And let me tell you, one of the interesting facts. COVID-19 has showed itself that if we do not pay proper attention to the skills, then definitely we are going to get killed by the time. So this is the high time when every single person should realize the kind of the vital skills that they need to work upon so that they cannot be replaced by anybody. If we talk about Ratan Tata, there are employees who are much more intelligent than this person, Ratan Tata. In fact, Ratan Tata doesn't know how the engineering operations and other departments work, but he has a good leadership quality. He has an exquisite communication skills, and that is something that nobody in this entire India copy. And that makes him unique and that makes him a personality. This is the best example that I can give to you, how important communication skills are. And if you have these skills, no matter where you are, no one can beat you. And there is a famous saying as well. The saying says, universe does not give you what you want. Universe gives you what you are. So you want to be a deserving candidate. Life is not meant to give you the things. You have to earn it. So please do not complain, crib, cry. Start working. Take the action, and this is the point which we are going to discuss today. So if I go ahead, you can see that quality of communication determines the quality of life. This is the famous quotation quoted by Tony Robbins. I hope you know about Tony Robbins. He is the world's one and only coach who charges 70 to 80 lakhs for 30 minutes of talk. He just speaks. But when he speaks, he charges 60 to 70 lakhs for 1 hour of his talk. And he is an amazing communicator who provides a charity to almost 1.5 crore people every single day, just because of his ability to communicate effectively. And he has said this line that the quality of communication determines the quality of life. Now let's understand the levels of communication. This is called charisma factor. Now I am answering you the kind of levels. There are 4 levels in English communication. Not in English, but entirely I am talking about communication in vast. There are 4 levels, and I want all of you to analyze yourself in which level you are. You can also write down in the chat section that in which level you are. I'm going to tell you one by one about the levels. So this is a self-analysis. You have to introspect yourself. You cannot reach your goal if you do not know where you are right now. So if you do not know your origin, how can you make sure that you go into the destination? Even when you book your Ola cab, what you do? You first fetch your origin, then you provide the destination. So analyze your origin where you are. If we talk about the level one is the kind of communication that we do with spouse, family members, or friends. This is very basic communication. And this is called basic communication, which you do with your friends, your spouse, your family, or someone who is close to you. This is level one. And here, most of us, we use our native language. If we look into the next section, that is peers, clients, and interview. This is level 2, which is called professional. So whenever we go into any organization, or if you are an entrepreneur, if you are a businessman, then you must connect with your clients, peers, interview, you give interviews, you take interviews. That is called professional. So this is the kind of communication skills that people are running for, level 2. And that is why they are part of the 90% of the crowd, because their reason is that they only want to learn English just because they. Thank you so much, Priya. That's really good, Priya, that you have Priyanka. I'm so sorry, Priyanka. So thank you so much. So you have accepted it. That's really good. So you need to have this kind of acceptance inside you, that in which level you are. So this is the level to which most of the people always target for. And that is why you are part of the 90% of the crowd. Now, if you go ahead into the second level, third level, the third level is team or A level. Team means whenever you communicate with your team, you are a leader, or you are a CEO, you are a director, you are a manager, you are the owner of the company. These are the people who are at level 3, who are an amazing communicator, who manage big universities, who can give talks, who manage their team just like team leaders in MNCs or CEOs of companies. These are leaders. These are leaders, and that's why leaders are only few. So you can also see that how the population is decreasing, how the qualities are decreasing. These are team A level, leader. And this is where you want to go to. Every single person, we should develop this quality. This is level 3. And the most important level is stage. Now, these are the people who are in the category of influencer. They are the people who go on and talk on platforms like TED Talks, Josh Talks. What they do through their talks, they influence people, they inspire people. There are YouTubers like Sandeep Maheshwari. They are at level 4. They inspire people. And when they inspire people, they get people in crores. You can just check and look into the subscribe option of Sandeep Maheshwari's channel. They are in level 4. Once they speak, they can make the audience anything they want to do. This is that level that every single person should target for. And this is the level only that only 5% of the people reach up to this level. This is called influencer. Now, most of the people, we always target for level 2. That's we just want to learn communication skills because we want to qualify interview. Let me tell you, if you think like this, then you will end up doing your jobs and cursing your life like the rest of the population. So I would really like to tell all of you that you should target for level 3 and level 4. Level 4 are the people who make most out of the money. If I talk about the example, so of course I gave Sandeep Maheshwari's example. Take anybody's example, Sadhguru. What they do, they are level 4 communicators. Once they speak, people listen to them. And they do not use complex vocabularies. English or communication skills does not mean that you have to use complex vocabulary. English means that whatever you speak in a manner that people can get the inspiration from you, and they can learn from you, they can admire you, they can love you, and they can pay any amount, whatever you want. That is why the people who go and speak on TEDx platform or big stages, they make the most out of the money. They charge 70, 80, 90 lakhs. What they do, they just speak. So you should target for stage 4. This is the communication skill that you have to target for. Now, if you ask me that how much time does it take to go from level 2 to level 4 or level 1 to level 4? So to go from level 1 to level 4, you at least need, and I'm not going to tell you a lie, you at least need complete dedicated time of 1 to 1.5 years. 1 to 1.5 years. Because this is the place where only 5% of the population comes. So of course, if you want to be a part of 5% population, so you have to work really hard. Then only you can achieve this level 4. Or if you are a level 2 communicator, then it will take you 8 to 9 months of dedicated learning. Dedicated learning. Just like you prepare or do you do your work the same kind of dedication and focus you need to have. And there are so many communicators who within a time span of 8 to 9 months reach at this level if you are serious about your communications. So these are the 4 levels of communication. You can either take the screenshot or you can write it down. This will help you to analyze. Take the screenshot, take the printout, stick it in front of you so that every single day you can analyze that I have to go to stage 4. I have to go to stage 4. So that kind of target you need to set for yourself. Now, how can you get wealthy? The biggest question that, okay, sir, you have told us about these things. You have told us about the levels of communication, levels of people. But what about how to get wealthy? Because, sir, we want to learn English just because we want to become wealthy. We want to make money. Well, let me tell you, there are 3 points where you need to work. And if you work, then definitely you too can become an effective communicator. And this is the most important part of the session. So if I go ahead, there are 3 success factors. There are 3 success factors that all of you should consider if you really want to become an effective communicator and want to lead your life successfully. The first thing is mindset. You have to work on your mindset. The second one is a skill set. And third is massive action. These 3 factors will decide whether you are going to be successful or not. The first factor is mindset. Do you know how important mindset is? As per the study, mindset is 80% important. Yes. No matter how much skillful you are, let me give you the best example of Barack Obama and Osama bin Laden. Both had the same IQ. Both have the same IQ. But Barack Obama became the president of United States and Osama bin Laden, he ended up being the terrorist and he died worst. So the same skill set they had, the same intelligence they had, but this mindset, it differs. So this mindset, whenever, yeah, so whenever you come across any problem, what happens? You lose your motivation, you lose your inspiration, you lose your energy, you come up with excuses. There are people who look for English sessions, but when they take action, they come across several doubts that should I take it? Is online okay? Is offline okay? Is this teacher okay? Am I okay? Am I be able to do it? These are self-doubts. This is called mindset. You know, one of the interesting facts, let me tell you. One day, I have asked one of my students that close your eyes and imagine yourself as a successful communicator. Imagine yourself as a successful person. You know what he did? He closed his eyes and then he said that, sir, it is really challenging. It is really difficult. I cannot see while closing my eyes that I am successful. Sir, it is not for me. Please stop this activity. And I have told one simple line to him, that is, if you cannot see yourself successful in your dreams, how dare you? How dare you think that you will be able to you will be able to get the success in real world? In your dreams, you cannot see yourself as a successful person. Then how can you become successful person in real life? It is not possible at all. That's how important mindset is. And this is something that can completely change your life. So there is a famous saying, success is all about 80% mindset. And let's look into the other. The second one is the skill set. Skill set means your communication skills, your leadership skills, your ability to influence people, your ability to project your idea, your creativity. These are skill sets. it comprises to only 20%. So all of you, you have to work more on your mindset than skill set. And as I told you in the beginning, that when it comes to communication, we are at level 2, most of us, that we want to be a communicator just because we want to have a job. Please change this perception, please change this mindset, because with this mindset, you cannot go ahead in your life. You will keep on changing or switching your job from one place to another, but you will never be able to find meaning in your life. So you should consider going into the 4th level. So change your mindset, work upon your skill set. So mindset is 80% required, skill set is 20% required. But the most important thing is massive action, your ability to take action. You know what you have to do. You have decided that you want to be a good communicator. You have started reading books, you have started taking classes. But when it comes to speaking in front of people, you keep yourself silent. You just pull yourself back. You pull your legs back. And this is the problem. You do not take action. You think of too many confusing ideas that pull that pull you back. And that really do not allow you to go ahead in your life. So this is the most important factor that is missing in everyone's life. Massive action. They do not take massive action. They always keep on thinking that I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to wake up early in the morning. They know this can really benefit them, but they do not take action. So success is 80% mindset, 20% skill set, but 100% action, massive action. So today, whatever you are taking away from this workshop, make sure each and everything you apply in your life. Because unless you do, I'm sorry, but you will not get anything out of this. It will be a complete waste of time. So let me tell you, I am not a people pleaser. I am here to help you out. And while doing so, if I have to scold you, then I will. So your ability to take massive action determines the quality of your life. Now let's talk about the mindset. Now from here, the session is most important. So we are going to look into mindset, skill set, and massive action one by one. Please be with me. Keep on taking notes. Massive action. So there are 4 important things when it comes to massive action. If you change your mindset, if you work on your mindset, these 4 things are going to happen. You are going to have high self-esteem. High self-esteem means you will be feeling confident. You will be feeling like a lion. Do you know lion? Now let me tell you one interesting stuff about lion. Lions and tigers. Both of them are the species, and lion is the king of the jungle. But do you know? Lions have less amount of friends. I guess lions have only 1% friend, or they do not have friends at all. But they are still the king of the jungle. People do not like lion. People hate lions. But lion doesn't even care. And that is why he's the king of the jungle. He never ever cares about what people thinks of him, what people think of him. He keep on doing his work. And that is why he's not strongest. He's not the strongest animal. He's not the tallest animal. He's not the intelligent animal. He's not the clever animal. He's not the fastest animal. But still, he is the king of the jungle. So become a lion. These lions are the 5% people. You know what happens in our life? Whenever we do something new, we always feel afraid that what people are going to say. And this is called mindset that we are talking about. So lion have the strong mindset. And that is why lion is the king of the jungle. And so all of you have to work on your mindset. I have told you that lion is not the most talented creature, but still he's the king of the jungle. If we go into the next part, self-confidence. self-belief, and of course, self-image. These are the four important areas that comes under mindset. Now, let me give you one example, and I guess that example will clarify your doubt. This is a story that I'm telling to all of you. One day, what happened that there was one person who was completely useless in his life. He had a daughter, he had a wife. One day, he met with an accident and he ended up in a hospital. It was a deadly accident. So when the wife went to the hospital and she asked that is it possible that her husband is going to survive or not, the doctor said you have to pray to God, we cannot do anything. But the Almighty listened to the prayers of that lady, and this person woke up from coma because he went to coma for 6 months. He went to coma means for 6 months. Coma is a state where a person goes to sleep for 6 months because his mind becomes inactive. So after 6 months of coma, finally he got up. The entire family was happy. That person's father also came on the day when he woke up. Every one of them happy. So they went to their son, the parents went to their son, this person, and they said, how are you feeling? Now this person, the name of the person is Rohan, for example. This person, Rohan, has said, I am fine, but I'm so sorry, I cannot recognize any one of you. Father said, what? I am your father. She is your wife. She is your mother. She is your daughter. Then that person said, oh, okay, all right. Then this person asked one interesting question, and that question completely changed his life. This person asked that, okay, father, I can understand that you are my father. So can you tell me one thing, that before my accident, what was I doing? And his father was really intelligent. His father knew that this is the opportunity. So his father said that you were an excellent communicator. You charged people 50 to 60 lakh rupees for your sessions. You were an extraordinary person. You were making a lot of money. Now what this person thought in his mind, okay, I was a successful person. I was a good communicator. Now think of it. After that, the kind of results that he produced. Now, since he was in coma, his mind was completely blanked. So when his father told him that he was a great communicator, his mindset changed because his mind was blank. His mindset got changed. He thought of himself as a good communicator. And after that, he kept on becoming successful in his life. This is the story that I heard recently and it completely blew my mind. It is not important to learn anything. It is really important to unlearn some things and then learn new things. It's really important to unlearn garbage and learn new things. This is called the mindset. Well, we do not have the opportunity to go to coma like this person, but yes, this is the lesson that we can learn, that your self-belief, what Rohan's father did, he changed his self-belief. He didn't know about himself, but his father changed his self-belief. So now he perceived himself as a good speaker because he thought that, okay, before my accident, I was a good speaker. So I have to work really hard again so that I can restart my business. I can restart my work. And that actually made him an amazing speaker. He kept on achieving success. So the same thing we have to do in our life. Work on your mindset. This is so powerful. Whatever you are going to tell it, it is going to function according to your will. If you visualize yourself while closing your eyes that you are a good communicator, you will become a good communicator. If you visualize that you are communicating effectively in front of thousands of people, you will be doing the same activity. That's the thing. That's how important mindset is. So these are the 4 steps. These are the 4 key areas where all of you need to work when it comes to mindset. But the most important thing is your self image. When you close your eyes, can you see yourself as a successful being? If yes, then you are on the right track. If no, then my God, you have to work on it. This is called mindset. If we talk about the next one, skill set. So, skill is something that we have gathered here to learn. But as I have told you earlier, work on your mindset at first. And how is it going to happen? I will tell you later. So, when it comes to skill set, the first point is audience and ambience. And I'm going to tell you skill set in terms of communication. So, let's say, let me take one scenario. The scenario is that you went on a stage, you have to go on stage and speak. Now, if you directly go on stage and start speaking, then the chances are that you might fail. This is the first thing. In the second situation, before going on stage, 30 minutes early, enter inside the hall, feel the theater, feel the seats, touch the seats, visualize yourself as speaking from stage, meet with people, being being humble, treat yourself as an audience and meet with people, how they feel, why they have come, what are their expectations, exchange cards, exchange words with them. Now let's say 30 minutes before you have entered the hall and you have met with even 5 people. Now guess what? Now this entire hall and this entire auditorium will be familiar to you. Now you are accustomed to this environment. You have gathered the idea, and not only that, you have met with people as well. You have met with 5 people who are sitting left, right, and in the middle. So once you go on stage, you know the exact requirement of the audience. And when you look into these 5 people, 2 people are sitting left, 2 people are sitting right, and one in the center. So if you really need to work on your eye contact, so work on those people. For example, 2 people are sitting on the left hand, look into them and start speaking. Then you can start looking into the person who is sitting at the right, and the same way on the left. So what is going to happen? Now you have familiar faces. You are going to laugh, they are going to laugh. But the entire theater will feel that you are talking to them. So this is called communication. Understand your audience, understand the kind of environment. Because once you understand your audience, you create, connect, and influence. If you want to go for any interview, why people say that go 30 minutes before the venue? So that you can take the feeling of the place. You can connect with some of the people over there so that you can get the idea how this organization works. Now, once this entire facility becomes familiar to you, what is going to happen? You are going to be comfortable and your interview is going to be excellent. Doesn't it happen that when you go to a foreign country, you feel nervous? But while visiting that country, if you meet with someone who was your friend in that place, let's say I have to go to Singapore. I do not have any idea of Singapore. But once I land in Singapore, then I meet with one of my friends. And now the situation becomes completely comfortable because I know my friend. I know my friend's everything. I know my friend closely. Now that is going to give me an edge, that is going to give me an confidence, and the same Singapore will now start looking beautiful. So when you meet with people, try to look into 3 points: their pain, the kind of pain that they are facing, the kind of people they are, and the kind of problems they have. So try to understand people, their pain, and their problems. And try to think that, do I have the skills to solve these 3 things for that person? And if you have the skills, then that person will pay you anything. Whatever you want, that person is going to pay you. If you go for an interview, try to understand the problem of the company. Try to understand the people of the company. and try to understand the pain that the company is going through. Now, if you have the ability to solve these three things, the company is not only going to hire you, the company is going to pay the best salary that you cannot even think of. This is called audience and ambience. And this fact itself can completely change your level of communication. The next point is storytelling. Now, this is my favorite. So, storytelling means stories are powerful. So, let's say if I ask all of you that have you ever seen Three Idiots movie? Now, 95% of you will tell, yes, sir, we have seen Three Idiots movie and we have seen how Amir Khan has performed. And if I ask anyone out of you that, can you please tell me what the story was? You will completely narrate the story without even looking into the movie once again at all. That is called storytelling. So in your communication as well, I am frankly telling you that I have not mugged anything. Whatever I'm saying from my heart, and I'm using the stories to make sure that you get whatever I want to deliver. So I am giving you stories so that you can get the ideas. That is why storytelling is important when it comes to communication. Now, story does not mean that you have to tell people stories of kids. No. Storytelling means whatever you say, relate it with an example, real life example. And if you do so, people are going to love you. Isn't it that people like Sandeep Maheshwari or great personalities, what they do? They narrate stories, they add stories to the points they speak. And when they do so, people love them because people connect with them. And once you connect with your audience, you will say this much, your audience will consider this much. But if you do not build connection with your audience, you will say this much and your audience will not even get this much. And that is what happens with school professors, right? They keep on teaching students, but students feel bored. So the teacher puts 100% efforts and the student only gets 5%. This is how important connection is. This is how important communication skill is. Now, the next point is voice. Your voice modulation really matters a lot. How you speak. For example, if you speak like, let's say if I welcome all of you. Hello everyone, good evening, how are you? This is the first way. The second way is, very good evening everyone. How are you doing? I hope you are really well. Now, can you see the difference? I have used the same words, but I have changed my tone. In the first one, my tone was little lower, but in the second, I changed my pitch. This is how important voice is. In communication, voice quality really matters because it's not important what you say. It's important how you say. And that is what is going to create the difference. Doesn't it happen? Then when Modi ji says, Mitro, bhaiyo or behno, doesn't it create the connection? Doesn't it create the impact? So he deliberately does this. He deliberately changes his voice modulation so that you can get connected with him. And once you get connected, whatever Prime Minister will say, you will believe on him. At least for a fraction of a second, you are definitely going to believe on him. This is how important voice is. If we go into the next point in skill set, in communication skills, that is your body language. It is most important than anything else. For example, in communication skills, do you know how important body language is? 58%. 37% is how you speak, your voice. 58% is your body language, and only 7% is what you say, your words. If I talk about the God has made this entire big body, but only small mouth. Why? Just to show you that you have to use body language more effectively. Body is much more important than what you speak. That is why God has made this entire body and only 20% or even 7% space is occupied by the mouth. So even God is giving indications to all of us that body language, how important it is. And guess what? We do not even work on body language. So yesterday I was giving feedback to someone, and I like to tell all of you that, let's say if you go to a place and you feel underconfident. So when you feel underconfident, your body reacts. Your body will do like this, right? Your body will do like this, or your body will do like this. So when you feel nervous, what you have to do? Do opposite of what people do when they are nervous. Sit straight, look into everyone's eyes, fake that you are confident. Now your mind is going to get confused because your mind has the definition that this is the posture of a confident person. So if this person is sitting straight, that means I have to be confident. So now you are controlling your mind. So if you do like this, your mind is controlling you. But if you do like this, now you are controlling your mind. You are telling your mind that this is the posture of a confident person. So act confidently. Your mind will start acting confidently because your mind has the definition that this is the position of a confident person. Automatically, you will get the confidence. This is how important body language is. And the last one is persuasion. Persuasion means influencing people. What people do, what the great speaker do, when they speak, they can change the person's life. Now, these are the people who are at level 4 that I have shown you. If you have the quality to change people's life through your words, congratulations, my dear. You are one of the greatest communicators. Now, this is the level that all of you should target for. That is persuasion, where you can influence people so that they can grow, not you can grow. There is a difference between manipulation and persuasion. Manipulation means you change people's life so that you can get the benefit. No, that's the wrong thing. You you have to persuade people, change people's life. Automatically, you will get the value. That is called persuasion. So do not have thinking that I should get something in return. Keep on serving, keep on adding value in people's life through your words, and automatically you don't have to ask for the value. You are going to deserve the value. You will get the value. People will give you praise. You don't even have to ask for people to praise you. People automatically will praise you. And the last but not the least most important thing is action, which I have talked about. Now in action, there is no point. Action is action. If you take action, for example, today, all of you have decided that you have to come for the workshop. Now, if you didn't take action, today you would have been deprived of this knowledge that you got right now. This is how much important is action. No matter how much skills you have, if you do not take action, you will not get the results. So, for example, today I have shared links, the Zoom app link, to multiple personalities, but only 50% of you joined. Why? Because rest, they didn't take the action. So because they didn't take the action, they didn't get the value. And just because you took the action, you are getting the value. This is how important action taking is. I guess this is the best example of action. Take action. Because if you take action, you will be successful. And there is a famous saying, and I love this quotation. This is the quotation that Robin Sharma has used in one of his books, 5 a.m. Club. And the quotation goes like this: all change is hard at first, messy in the middle, and gorgeous at the end. So when you start your journey of communication, it is really going to be hard for sure in the beginning, messy in the middle. Messy means it is completely going to turmoil you. It is completely going to destroy you. But at the end, it is going to be gorgeous. Your life is going to be gorgeous. And this is the famous quotation, and I love this. I read this quotation every single day. So whenever you come across challenge, read this quotation, and it is going to change your what? Mindset. As I have said, mindset is more important than skill set. So I hope I have been able to contribute to all of you to some extent. Now I am going to allow the chat. Now I am going to allow everyone to unmute yourself. Now you can unmute yourself, and if you have any doubt, if you want to ask me anything, you can ask. So thank you so much, everyone. God bless you, and I hope you got something today. Thank you. If you
So,
have,
hi Arindam.
yeah, good evening, Miss Anju.
Yeah, very good evening and well done. Fantabulous speech, wonderful insights, and lovely knowledge you imparted. I don't have much words to explain the beauty of your workshop, and we gathered infinite insights. Thank you so much for this lovely contribution in our learnings. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. It really means a lot. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for your kind words. Thank you.
And I am representing in behalf of everyone of our community.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. So Miss Anju has a strong mindset, and that is why people praise her. Thank you so much, Anju, ma'am. It really means a lot.
Most
Yes.
welcome, Arindam. You deserve it. You deserve it.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Very good evening, Miss Bhavna. Very good evening.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm late, but I got more valuable things right now when I listen to you. But sir, I want to ask a question that whenever I am listening anything, any kind of motivational videos, or whenever I'm in class, that time I always charge up and I that time I'm feel very positive vibes and motivate myself. But after that, whenever the situation comes in my life and I have to, that time I must take some this kind of action, but that time I forget everything. My work, my mind doesn't work that time. I I try to do, but I always मतलब नहीं कर पाती मैं. So how I can apply these all things, because it's very hard to apply in our life, and because we are habitual, हमारा mind भी बहुत habitual हो गया है उसी चीज के लिए. So whenever हमको कोई चीज बुरी लगती है, when we feel bad, तो that time हमारा mind बताता है कि तुमको sad होना है इस time, मतलब हो जाते हैं. But नहीं, but I कहीं ना कहीं अंदर अंदर से I want that कि I want to be happy. I just want to ignore him or her or anything. But that time I couldn't, sir. So can you please give me the answer of this question?
Sure, sure. Thank you so much, Bhavna, for asking this question. So at first, Bhavna, I request you one thing, that go through the recording of the session, because these are the segments that I have cleared in the beginning. Okay.
Okay,
Now,
okay, sir.
second, to answer your question, Bhavna, I would like to tell you only one thing.
Yes, sir.
Success is not easy. Success is not a destination. Success is a journey. So in during the journey, what happens? We come across problems. Now, if you stop, you will never ever see the destination. But if you continue to keep on going despite whatever the situation is, definitely you will reach the destination. There are times when the situation is going to act completely against you. And as I said in the beginning, this is where 90% of the people surrender. They do not want to get out of their comfort zone. They feel that just because the situation or things are going against, things are going messy, they should quit. But in the quotation, as I said, that in the beginning, it is going to be very hard. In the middle, it is going to be more hard, more messy. But at the end, it is going to be gorgeous. So, Bhavna, what you have to do, and this is not for Bhavna, but this is for all of you, that in my fifth or sixth slide, I have told one point. That is, in the mindset, there are 4 points: self image, self belief, confidence, and the last point is high self worth. Work on these 4 factors. Bhavna, go through the recording once again and
Yes, sir.
go to the point where I have talked about the mindset. And then once again come to me and ask the same question, and I will give you the answer in much more clarified way, because that time you will have the content with you, the content of the video that we had shot today. Okay?
Okay, sir.
But
Yeah.
Bhavna, one more thing that I would like to tell you, and through you to all of them, that life is meant to give problems. I'm so sorry if I'm hurting all of you, but life is going to give you problems. But it is up to you how you treat your problems. You can go through your problems or you can grow through your problems. It is completely up to you. Let me repeat once again. You can go through your problems or you can grow through your problems. It is completely up to you. And Bhavna, success is 90% of what we decide, and only 10% of is what people are telling or what is our surrounding, the circumstances. So 90% is what we decide, and only 10% is circumstantial. That means no matter how worst the situation is, but still the situation cannot be more than 10%, because still 90% is all about decision. So this is called, so this is the answer to your question. I hope I have satisfied your answer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will definitely listen the video and I will again that point. Sir, one more thing that कि ना you said कि surrounded people's अगर कुछ बोलते हैं so वो होता है everyone हर किसी के साथ ये होता है but sometimes ना किसी की situation ऐसी होती है कि ना surrounded तो ठीक है आसपास की को हम हैंडल कर लेते हैं भी हैंडल बट जो हमारी फैमिली के हमारी जो फैमिली एनवायरनमेंट होता है सो उस टाइम पे क्या कर सकते हैं हम बिकॉज वो तो बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग वो होता है ना फैमिली से लाइक मेरी अगर वो सपोर्टिव हो तो बहुत सारी चीजें हो जाती हैं बट अगर वहां पर अगर वो तो उस टाइम पे इंसान को क्या करना चाहिए तो क्योंकि हर किसी का तो सपोर्टिव वही चीज होती है
This is one of the best questions that I have got today. Now, let me tell you, Bhavna, that the past itself says that people who were criticized by their family members are the people who achieved the maximum success. If I talk about the history, last time I had a session, I conducted the workshop on Bhagavad Gita. So don't you think that Lord Krishna was the person who was completely criticized by his family member, his mama, his uncle? His uncle wanted to kill him.
yes
If we go back to the example of Ramayana, Lord Ram had to go to the forest because of whom? Because of the family commitments. If we talk about the recent examples, Narendra Modi, by the way, I'm not favoring any party. I'm just giving example. So if I talk about Narendra Modi, he was the person who was betrayed initially by his family just because he thought of becoming a monk. Today you can see who he is. If we talk about the famous personality like Sandeep Maheshwari, he was the person who faced the most criticism and he tried to kill himself by slitting his wrist. You can watch his story in his videos.
yes
And today they are successful. So if you are doing something which people are not able to understand, which people cannot understand, then you are on the right track. The
I
problem
I will
happens,
definitely continue everything I will not going to listen anybody
absolutely. That's why I gave the example of lions. Lion have limited friends. In fact, they have zero friends. People do not like lion. When they see lion, they go away.
run away
They never like try to go and be friend with lion. Nobody wants to be a friend of lion, but still lion is the king of the jungle. So lion itself teaches us a lot of things. People are not going to like you. But yes, that is how you can become the king of the jungle. Yes,
Thank you so much, sir. I
most
got. Thank you so much.
most welcome. Yeah. So now, if
Good
any
evening,
one
sir.
of you have any doubt, you can ask.
Sir,
Good evening, sir.
good evening, sir.
Yes,
Sir, I
sir.
have some doubt.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, okay, all right. All of you have asked me at the same point of time. Okay, one by one, let me call the person. Yes, Miss Roxana, let's start with you. Yes.
Okay, sir. Sir, when the class started, I wasn't driving. I do the driving. I'm thinking of the class about you. The few minutes I reached the home and opened the Zoom. It was really amazing class. If I didn't get this class, really I will be disappointed. So really happy, sir. Your example of line story really amazing. I think all are the same like lion.
Absolutely, Miss Roxana. And it's
Oh,
really good. I'm really glad that despite your
okay.
work, still you managed your time, you took the action. And that's why you got this wisdom. This is how important mindset, skill set, and taking action is.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Miss Roxana, for your wonderful words. It really means a lot. Thank you so much.
Hey, bro.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Mr. Samir.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Very good evening.
So, sorry for sir, I'm coming in late by 10 minutes. And sir, I want to just know how to we make start practice in our home, or is there any reference you will give us? Then it will be more helpful to us. And
Uh,
where we get the recording classes, whether it is available in WhatsApp or we have to go to the Zoom and we will go check it.
Okay, so you will get the recording in the WhatsApp only. So we have a private YouTube community. So I do upload the videos in YouTube, and that is only accessible to our students.
Yeah, yeah.
I will provide it to you, Mr. Samir. So I'll
Yes,
share the private YouTube link with you. So that is only available to our students.
yes, sir.
You will
And
get the
next to sir,
recording.
how do we start our practices? Suppose we have attend your classes and so many information things we have shared, but how do we start our practice?
And that is why the classes are meant to be. So
Okay.
every single day when you come, that's the best place to practice. This is what
Can
we
you
do. We
give
do
us
not,
some?
yeah.
Can you give us some sort of video, informative video, or some books reference? You can do some starting at our end.
Sure,
Some.
sure, sure. That I give, but you have to take action for that because that is accessible to all of our students that I provide.
Okay. Thank you,
I
sir.
provide to all of them and I keep on providing, I keep on sharing the notes. But this is only for the people who take action because I believe in one thing and I have learned it from my gurus. That is, if you are getting something for free, then you are the product.
Yeah.
So I want you to earn it.
Yeah.
So earn these things. So my guru once told me that Arindam, never ever go to anybody and say that please give me this. Go deserve, become a deserving person. You don't have to ask anything, you will get.
Okay.
So Mr. Samir,
Yeah.
every single thing you will be getting. You don't even have to ask. You don't have to ask. I will provide everything to you. Every
Okay.
single thing.
Okay. Thank you,
Because
sir.
yeah, because we believe in giving value. So every
Okay.
single thing, every references, books, videos, everything you will be getting, and we do not charge anything extra for that. You will be
Okay.
getting absolutely for free.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Most welcome, Mr. Samir. Yeah, thank you so much, Priyanka. Thank you so much, Miss Priya. Yes, Mr. Samin, good evening.
So today that was an absolutely very amazing session for me, and I'm sure that it will help me in future. And and there's 100% chance that it will help me in future. So I have a question that how to make any topic interest when we are giving any speech.
Good. Follow all the 5 principles that I have told you. uh, Thank you so much, Kavish. So follow all the 5 steps, I mean, that I have told you.
Yeah.
What have I told you in the skill set? First, can you have you remember? Let me show you the slides once again. So if I go into the previous slide, yeah, follow all these 5 steps, Samin. The most important is your storytelling. Whenever you get any topic to speak on, think
Yeah.
of the story from your life. It can be a story of your friend. Now, let me give the example. I guess
Yeah.
then you will be able to understand. So I will just take a few more minutes of all of you. So this is most important part of the session. So have you seen the movie Sholay, Samin?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
I've
perfect.
watched.
Perfect. So I guess I am using the example of Sholay because there are people who are like senior, there are juniors, but this is the one movie which all of us have seen. Understand the pattern. If I ask even a single person, he or she is going to tell me the entire story, even the dialogues as well. Kitne aadmi the, and so many dialogues are there. So let's understand, and you can understand how you have to speak. First, look into the pain. The pain was Gabbar Singh. The problem was Gabbar
Yeah.
Singh. Has somebody done is there any solution available? Of course, Thakur was available. Thakur tried. But what happened? Thakur failed. Means the solution got failed. The solution got failed. Problem was there, solution was there, but the solution got failed. Now what Thakur did? He did the planning. So he recruited Jay and Viru. And after that planning, what he did? He trained them. And finally, what happened? They won. This is the entire story. And this is the same story that every single movie follows. Look into the pain at first. Do you have any solution? If yes, then have you planned? Do you have the planning? And if yes, then you will be a winner. The same thing happens with a topic. For example, if your trainer gives you any topic, at first look into the problem. Let's say unemployment. Or let's say, for example, there is a very basic example that I'm taking, that is terrorism. What's the problem? Talk about the problem
Yeah.
at first. Has government done something about it? Yes, government has started taking initiative. What's the planning of the government? Okay, these are the plannings. Is government executing the plannings? Yes, the government is executing the plannings. Then definitely we are going to win. Let me take the another example. Let's say Samin, talk about Assam, or Sami, or it is for all of you. Let's say, for example, Mr. Ranjan, talk about stock market. At first, start with the problem. Okay, this is the problem happening in the stock market. Is there any solution available? Yes, there are multiple trading accounts that we can open. There are multiple channels available. Have you planned something about it? Yes, I have done my thorough research. I do read books on stock market every single day to keep myself updated. Last, this is the solution. Follow this pattern, Samin. I hope you have understood. Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
this, yeah. So this is the pattern that you have to follow with every single topic. If you start like this, you will get the entire gist of the topic. Close your eyes, look into the problem. Is there any solution available? Okay. Is there any planning going? Okay. Finally, conclusion. So this is how you have to speak about that topic. And if you have these 4 points in your mind, you can speak on anything and everything. Okay, Samin? Yeah, thank you. So is there any doubt, anyone, if you have? All right. I hope I am clear. So every single person is going to get the recording of this event. Every single person who has come into the session, thank you so much for coming. But it is not a motivational session. I do not believe in motivation. I believe in transformation. So motivation is temporary. To your question, Bhavna, motivation is temporary. Transformation is permanent.
Yes, sir.
Transformation is permanent. So transform daily. Transform yourself 1% every single day. By the end of 100th day, you will be 100% transformed. So transform yourself every single day. Then you do not need any motivation. You always will remain motivated.
Yes, sir.
Most welcome. So thank you so much, Rijwan, for your wonderful comments. I hope you have loved it. And if yes, then definitely thank you so much. My job is done for the day because I came to add the value. And if you got the value, then my job is done. Thank you so much, everyone, for this great evening. Tomorrow we are off, so we will commence our sessions from Monday. So please take care of yourself, everyone. God bless you and take the action. Do not sit. Take the action, work on your mindset, and work on your skill set.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Good night, sir.
Good night. Good night, everyone. Take care.